We've all been there. You get the interview, everything goes amazing, you're ready to get started in this new role, and then they get you the notification that they're going in a different direction. Rejection is unfortunately a part of the job search game, but staying positive and hopeful after it happens is a different story. But you can bounce back quicker with these tips. Rejection is no fun for anyone. It's even more heartbreaking when you felt as if you were a shoo-in for the role. But it does offer you some time to consider what happened this time through. As you review and reflect, focus on staying positive. Don't get stuck in the blame game, whether you're blaming yourself or someone else. Be objective to the extent that you're able, and look at where there might have been some miscommunication or something that could have gone a different way. Process what comes up for you and plan to do it differently next time, or know that you did everything you could and it just wasn't a fit. Either way, there's no reason to get angry about the outcome. One way to shift your feelings about a negative situation is with an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful you've had this opportunity and know that something good will come of it. Staying positive in the face of adversity means that you're willing to pull out the good things, examine the bad, and focus on the areas where you can learn. Here are some areas to focus on to create a learning experience from a rejection. If you keep experiencing rejection following interviews, identify what the common thread is. Obviously it's you, but what about you? What can you claim responsibility for and change? Analyze your part in the experience. Perhaps your approach in interviews wasn't what the employers were looking for. Is there something you could have done differently to make yourself come across as more valuable? Determine if the positions to which you're applying are in alignment with what you bring to the table. If you're hearing that you're overqualified or not a good fit, that's probably something to spend time with and adjust. Learning is valuable and will set you up for success in the future. Sometimes, things just don't go the way we expect them to. After reflection, there might be very little to learn from a particular experience. Instead, you can just chalk it up to a mismatch of skills, talents, and desires, and that's okay. If all else fails and you've been butting up against rejection for what seems like months, it might be time to do a deep dive on your goals and ideals. Why might you need to rethink your career goal? Typically, the answer comes down to two possibilities. Technology has come a long way in only a few years, and if you've been working in the same company or position for a while, the programs and approaches other companies are using now may not be what your company uses. This usually happens in IT, marketing, or anything that relies heavily on technology and apps to get the job done. To get around the handicap, take on some self-directed learning. Check job descriptions, and if you don't have the thing employers are looking for, search online for courses or certifications. You can start with LinkedIn or professional associations to find training that works for you. Your experience might not match the jobs you're applying to, especially if you're changing careers, have worked at one company or industry a long time, or have been out of work. Employers and recruiters are always looking for experience that is recent and relevant, and if your resume doesn't showcase either, it's unlikely they'll be interested. On the other hand, if you're getting interviews and then not getting offers, the issue may be that your resume is showcasing all the right information, but when asked, you can't provide the answers they need. Reevaluate what positions you're applying for. If your long-term goal differs greatly from what you're doing now, try an interim role in a company that appeals to you. Getting an offer should be easier since you'll be qualified, and then you can pursue that other position after you've gained some footing in the company. One of the most important things to remember is to stay positive in your job search and be kind to yourself. Avoid beating yourself up about the challenges and rejection you're facing. Everything happens for a reason, and you need to give yourself credit for what you're doing and know that you'll land somewhere. Give yourself a treat for accomplishing what you have, and be thankful for the opportunities to find out that these positions aren't a good fit for you. It can be heartbreaking, not to mention frustrating, to keep facing rejection as you look for a new position, but you can stay positive with the right approach. Remember to review and reflect after each no thank you receive to determine what happened and how you can make changes moving forward. See what you can learn from those experiences. There are often tidbits to be had, even when the situation seems bleak. Come to the realization that it isn't meant to be, and move on with a clear conscience. Consider exploring a different career goal, especially if you've been in your current position a long time or are looking to change industries. Be kind to yourself throughout the journey and give yourself time to process, heal, and find your positivity.